What is going on, everybody? Whiff here, and in today's video we are going to be finishing up the Sundial Spire Season Dawn quest line. And first off, we're going to be heading back to Osiris. So if you haven't already, make sure you follow all the other videos. This hopefully will get you to this next bit. So this next bit requires us to go back to him after we've done all the infusing of the obelisk and everything we needed to do on the Tangle Shore. And this time it's going to require us to actually do the special event that is the Sundial, and pretty much basically the Vex invasion sort of aspect of this season. So Osiris has asked you to enter the Sundial so that he might calibrate blah 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 blah. Basically enter the Sundial Arena playlist. That's basically what you've got to do, and the way to access that is on Mercury, and you will see it's just like the Vex offensive back in Season of the Undying, but double check and make sure you've got all of the, your right perks and stuff on, your barrier mods for your artifact. Obviously if you've already done that, then you know what you're doing. So what you do is you will come back into kind of the same sort of area you were in just a second ago, but obviously this time it's the actual event. So first off, you're going to be doing the Ascent, which is basically just killing some Cabal and some Vex around the Sundial. It's pretty self-explanatory. You're just killing enemies until you fill up the bar, and then once it's done, you'll access the next area, basically, of this event, which is just up here. So I'll kind of make it as easy as possible by going as slow as possible. I thought this was such a really cool way of accessing an event, like actually having this, so like he actually activates it and it starts to spin, and it looks really cool. I think they've done really well with this. And it opens up gates which are really cool, and you can go through those gates and all of a sudden you're in a different area. I thought it was such an ingenious way of doing it. It's really smart. Don't forget to rally to the flag if you guys have done that. So this next area is called Bombardment, and basically what it is, you'll have an overpowered shield on a Centurion, or whatever you want to call them. What you're going to look for is the other boys that are glowing, just like this guy up here. And he's going to drop what we would call bombs for this. And basically they're the same as what they were in the Black Armory for the forges. But instead of throwing them at a forge, you're throwing them at this guy. As you can see in just a second, because I turn around here, you'll be able to see I do it here a bit better. It shoots down kind of like a ray beam sort of solar energy, and it knocks out his shield. And then we're able to do big damage on him. And you need to do this 3 times. The first 2 times are on Time Wardens, which are just these kind of guys here that just crop up. So that's the first one going down. And I believe the second one took us a little bit longer to do, because I think we did have a couple of deaths, but we managed to handle it. And then finally we got this guy, who is obviously the big daddy of the whole thing, of this bombardment sector. So it's kind of like the menagerie mixed with the forge, mixed with kind of like, I don't know, like a time sort of thing. So the next one after that is Data Mine. Data Mine is basically kind of like capture the flag, sort of. Well, not capture the flag, it's like King of the Hill, basically. And you just have to defend against waves of Cabal, whilst also killing some Scion commanders. So you'll come to an area looking like this. So this is technically the Mercury that the Vex are able to completely convert. So as you can see here, I'm just doing bits. So that's the guy we need to get rid of, because without that, we don't actually progress. So as you can see here, you come up, you can just stab him. It's the same as the Leviathan, so it adds a mix of everything. So it's kind of like the menagerie kind of point system with the kind of Leviathan tactics, whilst also having to kill a certain enemy, but at the same time it's Black Armory for the one before. So it implements a lot of stuff. Now I heard a lot of people say that it's all the same, it's rehashing stuff, but I think what they've done here is a really good job, in the sense of combining everything they've done so far into one big event that, kind of is very satisfying. So what you'll do is you'll do that 3 times here. 3 is the magic number with most of these events. So if you ever get into a section, so like the one before, it's always 3. 3 is the magic number. You'll either have 3 bosses, 3 waves, or whatever. So once you've done Data Mine, you're now going to defeat Nerul, the Hollow Voice. Basically, he's a Scion, so you're going to come back to this area again. But instead of staying here, you're going to go up into this elevator and jump up to where we are now at the top. This one's got kind of a cool mechanic. It's kind of a nice throwback, I think, to what's his name in Vault of Glass, where these big old shields spawn and you can break them down. Templar, so basically it's the same sort of thing with Templar tactic wise. You just need to destroy the shields. You can destroy your friends, as you just saw me do there, and your own before. So make sure you're keeping an eye on those, because they will kill you. Another thing is, yep, so here's another one. Another thing as well, as you can see, his shield is up here and you'll do no damage whatsoever. And the reason why that is because there's a Sign Commander up in the area. And as you can see, it's up here. And one of my teammates goes in and takes the kill anyway. And you can see that you can now do damage to him. So make sure you're popping all your Sign bubbles and making sure that you do a nice clutch, right? And make sure that you do keep out for those kind of like purpley orbs around you. And then once you've killed him, you might get lucky like me and pick up an exotic. And it actually turned out to be the new boots for the hunter, where you can drop a bomb when you dodge, which I think is pretty cool. So that is pretty much it done for the Sundial. You go up to the little pad and you can claim your rewards. So for the Tangle Shore Obelisk, at the moment I've been getting an auto rifle and sidearm. I got okay perks on my first roll, but you can obviously, like you see there, get some gear. It's kind of not the same as the Vex Invasion. You're able to access 3 chests, which is pretty cool. But that was better for me, actually, to come to think of it. That was actually a much better drop. That was actually 3 higher than what it was, and as you can see, it just went up a light as well. So basically you can farm it out for weapons. Basically, it's a pretty good thing. So yeah, I got Osmosis on mine, isn't too bad. And last but not least, this is the last step of the quest line. So if you're at this point, all you've got to do is head back to Osiris, which is what we'll do now. And once we're here, we'll give him a nice little talk. He'll congratulate us on what we've done so far, but time still needs to be saved. He's going to be researching the thing we found in the detached from time. He's going to set the object aside, give me some time to study this. Same sort of thing with Eris when Shadowkeep came out. She needed time to decipher stuff and do all that stuff. So he's doing the same. So it's going to be on a weekly thing, but that gives us our artifact. And that kind of ends the whole questline for Season of Dawn until next week. So hopefully I can now get something where we can do like the Season of the Dawn quest step each week on a Tuesday, so that video can be up for you guys in the evening. So if you guys need help, or if you guys haven't got a chance to do it on that day, you can check the video out, and hopefully it will help you out and do the steps along with you. If you do enjoy these videos, please do leave a like down below, subscribe, hit the bell, you know, all the stuff. It really helps the channel out, and it really helps, you know, it grow and tells me what, you know, what I'm doing is good for a change. Anywho, thanks. Follow all my socials if you can, Twitch and Twitter, and I'll see you in the next one. Whiff out.